Hi everyone, Sarah here again today, and I am sharing another layout I made using the Joy Kit from Mercy Tiara Kit Club. Now, this one I went a little different on and decided to go ahead and pull as many of the blues as I could find in the kit. Didn't matter if it was cards, ephemera, whatever. Blues and whites were my main focus for this layout because I'm doing, it was our first snow, and it actually stuck, and it was quite heavy, and it was something my kids had really been wanting. So I just, for some reason, I don't know if anybody else does this, but do you think of blue when you think of snow for some reason? I don't always scrapbook my snow pictures with blue, but just how this one kind of went. So I pulled a piece of cardstock from my stash and used it as my background. I had 4 photos. As you can see in one of them, it's snowing sideways, so it was blowing really well. I grabbed one of the Vicky Bouton's stencils, and then I grabbed my TCW Shimmery Goodness and a sponge, and just kind of sponged it through the stencil on the background, just so that it kind of had a little bit of that texture in the background, and most of it gets covered up, which I kind of hate, but it wasn't going to be the focus anyway, so that's okay. I move it around a little bit, trying to line it up, and then I just go ahead and go back to stenciling. I had just got some of it out on the palette knife so that I didn't have to keep sticking my hand down inside of it, because I knew, me being me, I would make a huge mess. I wiped some of it here on my block, my acrylic block, and I'm going to go ahead and make some splatters on my layout with the Shimmery Goodness as well. Some of them stay a little dimensional, and some of they're just pretty and shiny. So I thought that would be fun to go ahead and add to the background as well. I like splatters. But I'm going to finish up the splatters here in a second. And I am impatient, so no, I don't wait for these to dry. So I do have an issue with one paper getting stuck, but I just pull it up, so it's all good. I'm not good at waiting, and I don't like hitting this with my heat gun because it kind of makes it bubble if it's a little thicker. So I just keep moving on. I rub my stencil off, clean it off a little bit over to the side, and now I start pulling papers. And yes, I know this one has a lot of pinks and greens and reds, but at the bottom there is a white one and a blue one, and I decided to use both of those. I thought the little, the white one was cute. It says wish list, and I cut it into a tag eventually. But that was one thing the year that these photos were taken that my kids really wanted. They wanted snow that year. We hadn't had snow in quite a few years, and they wanted a good snow. And so I just thought it was kind of cute, just kind of subtle. It's not anything really big, but it just says wish list, and apparently I can't talk. And then I cut out that light blue one, and it says, it's a postal card. I can't see from here what it says, really. I'm sorry. You'll see it in the close-ups at the end. But here I am cutting out more tags. I think that one is the only one I cut out from that sheet. And then in the 6x8 Vicky Bouton paper pad, there's 2 that I cut out of that one. And then I get another one from the ephemera pack, which is one of the ephemera packs, which is sitting up top there underneath the Let It Snow tag. So, sorry. I wish I had a picture right now to insert, but one of my dogs is running around with a sweatshirt on. Yes, it's a doggy sweatshirt, and it's Stitch, and it has a hood, and they're just playing, and it's just funny to see. Sorry. I did also grab that the wood veneer paper from the 6x8 paper pad as well. The white background with the writing on it, that's from the 6x8 paper pad as well. And that was also a music sheet piece of paper from the 6x8 paper pad. And I thought I was going to use that plaid one right there to the left. You kind of see I left it in limbo. I'm kind of just deciding to tuck the tags, see if I like it the way it is or if I need to continue adding more. And usually with me, I'm adding more. There's that other tag I was talking about. It came out of, I believe, the Paige Evans ephemera pack this time. And right there is where it was kind of stuck. I had to pop it off. And now I'm going to pull everything apart and start sticking things down. Of course, after I start roughing the edges up, because I couldn't just leave it without the edges roughed up. And I kind of reposition things a little different as I'm putting it back down. And I like the way it turns out. I thought it was a little too much to the left-hand side. So I just kind of play with it and reposition it a little bit more as I'm going ahead and actually putting it down. As you see, I pop up my photos. I kind of try to flatten it out a little bit there. And then I added on top of that one that looks like a postcard. And add my adhesive here and add it on top of that wood grain. And I almost put it back exactly where I had it in the very first time, and I remembered and I jumped it over a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down to the song note paper. Again, most of these get covered up where you don't see a ton of it. It's just another little layer hanging out. And here I decide to put all the tags on the right-hand side instead, because I still wanted to cover up that empty spot that I left where I didn't do any of that stencil. There, I went ahead and cut that wish list tag. But I didn't want it to feel like the whole right-hand side of the layout was empty. So I went ahead and started doing the tags on the right-hand side. And I like the way it looks. So I just grab my glue and I start putting it behind everything. Little by little, one by one. Take things out. I've got to rough up the edges of the tags and stuff as well. So I go ahead and do that. And I just add a little bit under each of them, straighten them up while I still have the option to. And add a glue behind the whole kit and caboodle there. And here I'm pulling some twine from my stash. It's black and white, like baker's twine. And I'm going to go ahead and add that into each and every one of my tags. So I'm going to make sure to go ahead and do that. Usually I forget to do this part. I'm totally not going to lie. Almost every layout that you see of mine that I have tags on, almost all of them do not have anything in the tags. I don't know why I forget, but I do. So I decided to start sitting them on my desk. I have the black and white one, I have a red and white one, and I have a white one. And I have the burlap looking one or the craft looking one. I have that one on my desk as well. So, and then here it's a little tag. It says, "Let It Snow." That came out of the Paige Evans one as well, I believe. I add baker's twine into the end of that one. And I'm going to stick it on the bottom left-hand side of my photo cluster there. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down. Oh, I guess I'm not right now. I got to get the ephemera on there first. I pulled out all of the snowflakes, those glittery, beautiful snowflakes. And here I'm cutting them in half to make sure that I can kind of stretch them farther because I don't want to use them all on this layout. I want to have some more for if we get more snow, just saying. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm cutting them in half and tucking them here and there. And I'll pull out, I'm going to pull out that. It's got acetate, it's got cardstock, and it's got vellum pieces in this one. And I am pulling out the stars. And these are vellum stars. Some have, just the outline of the stars, the polka dots. And that right there, they're cute. And now I'm going to start putting things down. Tucking them all back underneath. Yeah, pretty much that's it. I like this. It's not my normal for when it comes to scrapbooking Christmas and stuff like that. And I knew it was kind of outside of my range for this kit as well because most of it, is not blue. Most of it's Christmassy and everything. But I thought that this was perfect for a lovely little winter photo. Because what's even crazier is, if I'm not mistaken, this is in like February one year. So it was just kind of crazy here for all of this. But we got a really good snow that year and really late, so no one thought it was actually going to happen. I went ahead and I pulled some more of the snowflakes off this thicker sheet, and there's so much on here. I really do like the way that Vicki Boutin does this. She takes up every place on her little sheets. I also added "'Tis the Season" in the center there on my photos, and that finishes this one up for me. I really hope that you enjoyed this process, something a little different color-wise. And if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe so you'll get notified when I create more. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.